Hi everybody, my name is Funmi. Today I just bagged my master's from the University of Ibadan, and I'm really grateful to God, for the opportunity to have been here. I started this journey sometime in 2019. I was just perceiving the need to further my education because people around were going to school, and then my then grandmother, she's supposed to be an aunt, but she was the only grandmother that I know. She decided to sponsor that ambition. Basically, so she collected the form, and unfortunately, COVID came. I couldn't go for the admission. There was not even an admission processed in 2020 until 2021 when I now gained admission into the University of Ibadan, and it was like, okay, fine, you have an admission. I think a few weeks after that, but before the admission, yeah, a few weeks after that, I had an accident, and a fire accident, and it was really bad. In the midst of trying to get my transcript from the school I did my undergrad to University of Ibadan, sending it down and all of that, I was in pain. And the lecture started online. I said, God, can I do this? At the point, I just wanted to give up on everything because the accident, I was like, oh, why me? Like, why was I the one that had accidents? I was the one serving, I was the one putting everything into God's work and all that. But I realized that there were some instructions that were pertinent to my destiny that I didn't take serious. And I needed that break to be able to come in alignment, with the will of God. So that took me away from where I was staying, my then location. And then when I got back to my parents' place, because they had to send a car to pick me up because I was back and forth hospital, the pain was so much. And I was almost giving up on everything, life, purity, admission, everything didn't make sense to me. As in, I was like, what's the point of living in a life like this? um not having everything put together, not having this kind of, what's all of this? And then in the midst of that, I decided not to go to church. Yes, some of you would just say, yeah, Funmi Jesus said, I was just tired. In fact, anybody who called me Funmi Jesus that time, I was almost angry that, why would you call me Funmi Jesus? Where is this where I had accident? Where is this? It was so painful. Some of the nurses that were treating me there, they would say that the rate at which you endure this pain, childbirth pain, is nothing compared to this because it was so painful. Like, guys, when I say painful, I mean it was so painful. And but through it all, God sent a friend who came around. He would usually just try and encourage me, pray for me, and sometimes just take me to their redeemed church. And before you know it, and then one time like that, the guy just spoke and said he wanted us to be together, and I was like, this was going to be a good idea because I was tired of ministry, tired of everything. Let's just get a small place and just live in a very small house somewhere. Forget about impact, world, global. What global? Who does global with a bunt leg? That's what I would usually tell myself. And because why not? So I was pushing the whole thing, and then we were going further with our plans without no parents knowing about it. But then, suddenly one day, I decided to go to Living Faith Church. By the way, I gave my life to Christ in Living Faith Church, and most of the very prominent instructions that God has given me in life has come every time I go for Shiloh or go to that church or something. So I'm always glad to be amongst God's family. So I went to the home cell communion service on that Wednesday. And as I was there, I've not been praying as such because I was mad. I've never been that mad at God. I've served you literally all my life, and I was gonna just do something small, and then this is it. It was so painful. But then I mustered courage that period because we had to now resume physically in school after post COVID experience, and we started our online classes in 2021. And I wanted to figure what the plan was. Was I going to go to school, or was I going to just stay there, marry this guy? What was I going to be doing with my life? That was just what I had in mind. And it was in the midst of that, you know all my life I usually just ask God, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with my life? And then he tells me. But because in that state, I was vulnerable, I was tired, everything didn't make sense. So I just went to church, and I was like, God, help me, show me. And I heard clearly, go to Ibadan for your master's. I mean, as at that period that I was, the way I was going and pushing ministry, pushing destiny, one would think that I would never go for postgraduate course, any postgraduate at all, because I just wanted to serve God. But when the accident happened, it was like a break in transmission. And so when God said that, I mean, normally, because of the state that I was in, I would just ignore and not bother. But it came so strong that I knew that, no, this was it. This was God's chance of giving me another chance to life. And I said, no, I'm going to take this. It was not easy because I was already in a relationship in life. I mean, was we would pray, I'll become a children church teacher somewhere. And all this global impact traveling around the world. What did it help? Not be accident, I think. Those were the thoughts in my heart, which was, I mean, mostly the devil's orchestrated way of making me feel bad about the situation. God did this to you and all of that. I never saw my wrong. I saw everybody's fault in it. But I was actually the major culprit in everything. So I came, the guy was crying, are you going? And I said, I'm going for my master's. So it was like, okay, fine. And then when I got to Ibadan, my grandma was sick already. She was bedridden. So I had to take care of myself. I had to take care of her. But I was healing and all of that. So I was just, shortly in hospital. But at the same time, I would do a video call with him and all that. One day God said, ask this guy what his plan really is for you. I mean, does he really want to marry you? Ask him if he wants to marry you again. When I asked, we did like a 3 days fast. He didn't do his own. Later, he came up with something like, God is not giving me a go ahead. Blah, blah, blah. So I just focused. I mean, when I got into school in 2021, because of the effect of the accidents, the pain, the emotional trauma, grandma being sick, everything together, the pain. Am I ready for any exam or any seriously? Plus, exam is like in 2 weeks or something. I can't remember. Maybe a few weeks down the line. And then one of my lecturers suggested, okay, why don't you write all your first semester courses in your third semester, and then from there you can, pick yourself up and still graduate with that sense. I took it because, I mean, at that point I was not even emotionally ready to write any exam. Mentally, I wasn't stable, so I took that option, and it was great. I mean, so I just attended a few classes. I missed a lot, and then in 2022, or 2021, when I got to Ibadan, I began to conceive and have passion for drama ministry. It was as if immediately I got to Ibadan, that was what was boiling in my heart. I mean, you just came out of accident. You're supposed to settle in Ibadan for your masters, but I began to bruise with passion. I remember one day I was in my aunt's house, and I was just like, I feel like reaching out to. Then my grandma had passed on and all that. I feel like reaching out to PVO, Pastor Victor Lukuchu. I just have this thing about drama ministry that is pushing me. I want to do it, and I just went on IG and then chatted him up, sent him a message. Don't send him a message. Don't bombard him with message if you're not genuine. So I said, "Sir, I have passion for drama ministry. I want to know how I can come in, what I can do to help." And then so he sent me his number. I chatted him up. He sent me Toby Olumiwa's number. And Toby Olumiwa added me to a group called PV Volunteer. And that was the beginning. PV Volunteer group is an amazing group. There you get invites, especially for extra sets. I mean, I was just boiling with passion for drama ministry, but I was excited each time I get called for extras. I mean, you get to be in a big movie, and that movie has a lot of like movie stars and big people that you usually see, and then you see everybody on set, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, together. It's always so lovely, right? To be called as extras in movie locations is so amazing. Well. That's how the whole movie thing began. Meanwhile, in 2020, I'd gone for a drama school in the location where I was before. I did 2 courses. And so I think the whole thing started. And because I wasn't like really pursuing it. So when I got back to Ibadan, it was just there. And so that went on till the end of 2021, and then early 2022, it became so strong that I should go to Mount Zion School, Mount Zion's Institute of Christian Drama, Ileife, in 2022 for my basic certificate course. And then that was how I got the 50/50 basic course. It was so lovely. I mean, being there, met with Daddy, did interview. I like to do all of these interviews and shows. So I did interview Daddy, but met people. But there was something spectacular about going for that meeting because it was strategic and clear instructions came for me. Well, meanwhile, I began, I started coming back to Jesus. Meaning I got to Ibadan, I went to my local church and then, came back. I mean, I started realizing my fault in a lot of things and all that. But somehow I was feeling there was this empty space and I knew that it had to be filled. So in 2022, I went to drama ministry. I went to Mount Zion, and there in Mount Zion, Holy Ghost breakfast. The Lord began to remind me of what He told me to do in 2020. It was like a talk show. I mean, God talk. Um, He told me in 2020, I said, there's already TED Talk. Why am I coming in with God talk? There's a lot of people talking, and God said, I want you to start it. And I'm someone that when I hear God's instruction, I try to run with it. There's no stopping. Nobody stops. Like, nobody stops me. I try to just run with it. So immediately, I was already looking, who can I call? Who can I meet? And then suddenly, God connected me with a wonderful brother in Mount Zion there, Bro Zilot. Zilot is an amazing brother. He came with a camera, a 4K camera, and got connected with mommy Omalara PMH. And I just said, there's this thing God is putting in my heart. I feel like doing a talk show. I'd like to interview your sexual purity. And I was like, oh, why not? I was thinking, oh, like give her, like, I just want a drink. And she accepted it. And we did a video and it was lovely. The guy edited it for me. And I was like, oh my God. So by the time I left that place, it was just from then on. Like, I began to meet people. When I go to drama ministry, I went for one extra scene somewhere. I said, Pastor Tulu Adepopisa, I'd like to invite you for an interview. He said, why not? I said, all these people, these baby people, are they so humble like that? Even Evangelist Damlela McBamloy has told me this why not, and I'm expecting. In fact, I'm trusting God to start to push this drive again, so that he will come on our show, because he has also told me why not. I know it's just his busy schedule, so it's been very lovely. I mean, I was enforcing Daddy. I'm going to say this. The day I wanted to do an interview with Daddy PVO, oh my God, Daddy was busy. He had a tight schedule. He had a busy day. I carried one more big member. Oh, I was already in more big of PVO. I became part of the PVO's ministry. I became close to the family and I took him as a mentor. So, that was how it went. And then I took one of the members of Mobic in the night. We went to do interview with Daddy. He was tired. I said, Daddy, it's God's instruction machine. And I knew that message had to come out. At the point I got discouraged. And then I began to receive calls from international people from outside the country. Oh, I watched your video. I was blessed. I watched your video. I didn't want to go to church again, but I started going to church. I was like, oh, wow, wow, wow. God is good. And when Daddy Mike was talking during the Holy Ghost breakfast, those days in Mount Zion, he would literally like push you to do the will of God. He would say things like, because you are facing little challenge, you want to give up on God. Are you serious? Don't you know that this and before you know it, you are just pushed, literally like pushed into destiny. That was when I knew that this was actually why God brought me to Ibadan. You see that masters, it's just part of the game, because he knows that, okay, I mean, not come. Well, God provided the money for the school fees because my grandma had died, but my dad paid for it, and then the other part the next year, God provided an angel Michael. If you know, who paid. For the school fees. It was very, very amazing. I was really, really grateful. But the passion for drama ministry did not die. I still wanted to pursue it. It's still there. It's still there. I was from one location to the other. I was moving. I was going. The pace was high. Sometimes I'll miss lectures. Sometimes I'll miss some tests. But I was still pursuing the goal. 2022, I was pursuing it. No pick of PVO. What can we do? What can we shoot? I was a state coordinator at that time. And in 2023, I was still state coordinator. I was still pursuing this drama week. This drama vision must not die. And there's something about me. God works with me part-time per season for different categories of it. Sometimes he wants to work with me through the music ministry, and then I pursue that, and then until he calls me again, okay, this is the real, I want you to write books, and then I sit down again and write those books, and part time. But I knew that this time was for drama, and it was not going to be, something that was seasonal. It was going to be for a long time. However, it was also going to be at that period, that season, it was going to be the peak where I needed to meet in the number of people I needed to meet for the fulfillment of my destiny. It was just I was so excited. I was just pursuing. In 2023, I was pursuing. Then I began to get a well up of body to do like a permanent course, maybe like a stream 7 diploma or a postgraduate diploma in Mount Zion. So I was waiting. When anybody asked me, oh, stream 1 came, you didn't join, stream 2 came, you didn't join, stream 3, stream 4, I'll tell them I'm in stream 7, I'm in stream 7. So luckily for me, by the time stream 7 was coming out, it was no longer stream 7, it was now postgraduate diploma in Mount Zion Institute. I was really grateful that, oh, I get to do another postgraduate diploma, with the Redeemers University. The price was quite something, but I said, okay, it'll come, and I keep pressing, and I kept going. It was not easy. Because at that time I was somewhere, putting up somewhere, so I was expected to always be at work. I had to like talk to my boss that, okay, so I'm learning another course somewhere, and I have to be out Monday to Wednesday. I have to come back, so I had to be traveling and shuttling between Ibadan, almost in fact, not almost every week. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. One of the things God used to help me was that He made me the scribe of my team. Scribe means people that write down notes. If whether you like it or not, you have to have all the notes. You have to expand it. You have to make it readable for people so that they can read. So that way, with that strategy, it was easy for me to also read. Most of my readings, apart from during exams, were through the scribe while scribing. Oh, so I know this is what they mean. Sometimes I'm not even in the class. I just collect the notes and I have to type it for people to read. And that's how it entered, sank. And I just knew that, okay, this was what this meant. This was what this meant. It was something I don't forget. Somebody who was going and coming, oh my God. It was lovely. At the end of the day, I finished that. God ensured that I graduated first from that before I did my graduation as masters, because I was supposed to have graduated. I started this journey, like I said, in 2019. COVID, a lot of things, accidents, strike and all. So I was meant to graduate last year, ideally, like basically, like my colleagues, they graduated last year. But I couldn't even graduate because a lot of it was a lot. I was supposed to finish because there was this particular course from CPB that didn't come out on time with the set I was supposed to graduate with. It came 2 weeks to the graduation, so there was no way my name could be on the brochure for graduation. But I was cleared already from the department and all. My results wasn't out. It was a lot, and I didn't just put on graduation gown and just snap at people when it wasn't actually my grad. So I was depressed. I was really depressed because at that time I was living also in a place that I didn't want to. Things that were happening to me were things that I didn't want. It was crazy. It was really, really bad. Like I was depressed, and then as I was depressed, God said, go outside and celebrate with other people. So my parents come and stop where are you? Oh, best friend sister. I'm not the best friend sister. I'm the best friend sister friend. I'm the this. I began to celebrate with them with joy. Can I stop with you? Can I do this with you? Can I? It was really lovely. I went back inside. Yeah, I came depressed again, but at this time I was glad that I celebrated with others. And then the Lord told me, "You're going to celebrate it next year. You're going to be celebrating it in grand style, and I mean it. And I'm going to surprise you." He gave me other instructions too. I was so excited. I was very, very excited about it. I was just waiting on him. Late last year, early this year, I began to, like I said, the boy with the vision to do like a long-term thing in Manzan, like a year course. And so January this year, I did that course. So that was what I mentioned that I did and everything. And then, okay, I mentioned also that I did the graduation in October before this graduation. That was to show you that what God intended was that theater arts for me to come, in alignment with what He wanted to do and get it done, like a certification. And then the next month, today, I'm graduating. I've just graduated with my name on the list, and people celebrated me. Come on, people came around. People were there. I was really, really, really grateful for, for the privilege, opportunity. And yes, they did. I'm not the graduate. I'm the graduate. Same thing I was doing for people last year. They did it for me this year, and I'm like, oh. This is so God's will. This is so God's doing. He makes it beautiful in His own time. Despite everything. There was a session where people were saying things and they were saying amazing things. I was like, is this really me? I give God all the glory. I give God all the glory. And I'm grateful for the gift of friends, the gift of people, the gift of relations, family. My parents came down from their location. My brothers, they were so supportive. It was always there. Everything just was perfect. And this looks like, Jesus, you did today overdo. Like, you're so good. You're so good. And I'm grateful to God for the opportunity. So I graduated. Yeah, well, more testimonies are coming. I mean, I'm on the lookout. Realignment to destiny, destiny purpose, fulfillment of destiny, passion. God is awesome. God is amazing. I want to just use this video to encourage someone out there that no matter how far you think you have gone away from God, YouTube is not too late. You can always come back to Him. I mean, maybe you're discouraged, maybe you got pregnant out of wedlock, and because just one mistake you did, or maybe you feel like, okay, you messed up, you made a mistake you shouldn't have made. I mean, God is interested in you, guy. Forget whatever anybody says to you. I've heard horrible things about myself. By the time God is done with you, people begin to see the beautiful part of you. Okay, so I will just use a comment to tell you that God loves you. God is interested in your life, He's interested in your welfare, and He's interested in you. Give Him a chance. Just like I went back to the place where I usually hear Him speak. I mean, I didn't want to. I just reluctantly went. I think you should go back. Yeah, go back. Be vulnerable. Lord, I don't like what you're doing to me. Be vulnerable and let Him speak. Then pick yourself again. Pick yourself again. You guess what? The reason why you have to pick yourself again is because this is the end time. There's no time again. This is a period of destiny. This is a period where the devil is trying to fall many of us away from doing the will of God. He's trying to drag us by all means, such that we're not coming in alignment with His will. And so a lot of Christians who have passion for God are suddenly gone cold because of situations, circumstances, and all that. God cannot provide my school fees. Is it ministry? This the things that God has told you, revisit the vision, carry it up, and see what God can do through your life. My story is not complete, it's not completed yet. But the way it's looking like a beautiful story to happen because God is involved. Involve God in your life today and you see the testimony. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for also staying subscribed. It's been a while, so if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, please like and share this video. I pray that at the end you will be blessed. It's been a while here, but there's more to come. Watch out. Love you. Peace out.
Yeah. This is me excited about the old graduation thing. I'm here trying to take picture. Yeah. This is one star. Oh yeah, another star. Oh shit, give them one song. Crazy. All to the glory of God. Oh yeah, guess who's taking the picture? I'm gonna tell you now. That's a suspense. Anyway, this is looking so nice. Oh shit. Yeah. So when Mummy PFO arrived, it was lovely. Jemima's tent, my tent. Mummy PFO meeting my aunt Laomi and then Aunt Taiwo. They had met before, meeting again. It was such a lovely moment. This was when my aunt was saying, I saw that the PPO clothes on his birthday. And then this is now me dancing. Watch out. So yeah, I don't even know what Momsy was looking for. Maybe he was looking for her phone. But Mommy and Daddy were just sitting down, observing everything, looking at how we're doing. What's wrong with Joy? You see how Joy is dancing? What happened? What happened? Juliana. Oh my goodness, these friends of mine. I'm so happy and lucky to have them. Woo! It was such a lovely moment, guys. Keep watching, keep watching. We sang, dance, dance. when your church drummer begins to sing, you know that there's something wrong. I mean, something right. God is faithful. Oh boy. Trust my mom now, she dey represent. If not to dance, she go dance. Oh yeah, Yahweh graduate. This woman not my first support system right from day one. Hey, this woman dey support. Ah, I love this woman. Child, God keep her for me. Oh. Well, suddenly the drummer started singing one song I did not understand. I'm like, what's this? Okay. Finally, somebody brought in Otishe, and I said, okay, Mama Tishe, let's go into the tent and dance more. So we went into the tent and dance. Now the next one you're about to watch, I'm not the graduate, I'm the graduate. Meanwhile, have you seen these pictures? Like, they are dope. Like, glory to
I'm not the graduate, I'm the graduate party. I'm not the graduate, but I don't shop the graduate food.
I'm not the graduate, I'm the graduate state coordinator.
I'm not the graduate, but I'm the graduate PA.
I'm not the graduate, I'm here for the jollof rice and drinks.
I'm not the graduate, I'm the graduate friend.
I'm not the graduate, I'm the graduate assistant. I'm not the graduate, I'm the graduate bestie of life.
I'm the graduate!